Minsk is finally getting a rework, long-awaited rework. And guess what? Wargaming is actually working on a brand new map as well, called Berlin. Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome back to my channel, welcome back to yet another news episode. Today I decided to make yet another news episode talking about maps. One old map which is being reworked and one brand new map, because this is what the community always wants. More maps, more maps. More maps please, more balanced maps please, less tunnel maps please. So in this episode we are going to take a look at what Wargaming is going to do about Minsk, which is banned on so many players' accounts. I think it has to be one of the most banned maps, right? I haven't heard too many good words about Minsk. I am kinda neutral about it. I do not like it, I do not hate it. When I get it, I simply play my battle and move on, but many players actually hate Minsk as well. And of course, let's take a look at what Wargaming is planning to do with a map called Berlin. Sounds exciting, Minsk and Berlin. So let's dive right into the action. So first up, let's have a look what they are thinking about doing on Minsk. As you can see from this minimap picture, quite a few positions are being added, are being made. Like we didn't have those crossing paths before, we didn't have this part of the city available for us before, we didn't have this house over here, yet another crossing. They did something over there in the city. So yeah, quite interesting to see what they have to say. So official statement says, number 1, they added river crossings near both sides of the central bridge to provide opportunity for maneuvering if you need to change the position. So they're talking about those positions over there. And I should have pictures about them as well. Yes, over here. So this is number 1 what they did. But let's move on. Number 2, large trees and some bushes from the landscape area were removed for easier driving and spotting. I remember we had more trees over there, for example, and it is a lot cleaner now. Number 3, positions for tank destroyers are now clearer and more comfortable. And so let's have a look what we can see. So you can see this landscape area is a lot more open. A lot more open, not too many trees anymore, but you can see some made up bumps. Like we didn't have this bump over here before, I remember it quite clearly. We have a little, I don't know, river bay, or I don't know what the hell it is. It doesn't matter. Anyway, places for your tanks to hide, to push forward. Maybe this opens up, well, it should open up many more places. So they were talking about some tank destroyer positions. Yeah, maybe those positions over here you can see covered with bushes and trees. This old position remains the same, but from the top-down view you can already see that they removed quite a few trees. And ooh, are those spawning points for tanks, for different tank classes? I actually haven't seen that before. Nice. Super rest leaks. Okay, so this is the picture. And number 4, the long firing sectors in the landscape area along the avenue were removed. The landscape area was reworked to provide more tactical opportunities. Yes, some hills, some pumps, to allow maneuvering with your medium tanks, maybe heavy tanks, and to stay hidden from some base campers, for example. Number 5 added a new position, an unfinished building as a counterpart to the circus. Yes, I have to say this was actually so stupid. One side gets one massive building, good hull down positions, so it was almost impossible to push north side, because this is south side on the minimap. It was almost impossible to push north side from the road, from here, for example, simply because if they had anyone with crazy turret armor over there in that position, GG, you are never going to take it. But now it should provide more cover, not as epic arty shadow or arty cover as the circus, of course, but at least something. You can rest behind this building at least. You can take one deep breath before pushing forward even further. So let's move on. So this is number 6. Yes, added a path in the city for the team starting in the upper part. So this has to be. this position to help them getting to positions easier and allow for additional maneuvering in the city block. Okay, so additional position. And number 7, the city blocks behind Victory Square were opened. So yes, exactly like that. Now it should open up some more place, maybe less camping in the city blocks itself. Playing in the city, I do not actually remember when I previously played over here, because usually it ended up being so freaking campy and boring playstyle on Minsk. I'm super happy to see that they opened up more. They made a bit more room on this map. Hopefully it works out. And seems like this position was also made a lot wider, some extra protection on the left side, and now you do not have to take the stairs to get up into the open area. Now you can simply cross it because of all that dirt. But they completely removed his house. I remember we had one house over here, didn't we? Oh, here is something. We completely reworked the yard layouts in the western part of the map. They are now more spacious, more open and fit for maneuvering. To keep the historical layout, the structure of 2 entrances remains. However, it is now possible to fire through the entrances near the red line at mid-range. Medium tanks will have more space in the yard, more maneuverability, yada yada yada. Okay, so they simply wanted to make it more spacious, as they said. Yes, exactly, this is the yard as well. T-base positions were changed and the landscape was corrected, as they are saying in the file. And yes, you can see this base was moved quite a lot towards the middle part of the map. Simply by looking at his terrain, looking at his bump, it should be fairly easy base to cap actually, especially with a light tank. You need to invest at least 2 tanks to destroy that guy or to decap it, because using that bump, any light tank can outmaneuver every other class in this game, or should be able to do it at the least. Okay, anything about the other side as well? Yes, same story about the other side, even though I would say this one is a bit more protected, less open. Am I right? Maybe it simply feels like it. Quite many new things. I really enjoyed this thing, more maneuverability, less trees in the middle. Of course, this house are really necessary just to balance both sides out a bit more. They do not need to be the same size and stuff like that, just more equal. So hopefully this new version works out better for you if you didn't like Minsk before. As I said, I was kind of neutral about it, but this version seems to be more playable even for me. But without further ado, let's jump into the next topic. So here you can see Berlin, our brand new map, or upcoming brand new map. I really do not know why they didn't release a map called Berlin from the get-go, because this is kind of a huge thing, or kind of a huge part of the entire theme. What World of Tanks is all about. Well, previously at least. What World of Tanks was all about. Now it is all about power creeping, as we all know, and premium rounds. Anyway, this is not today's video topic. Let's have a look what Wargaming has to say about it, or let's simply take a look at some pictures. So this is one big bunker. Wargaming has actually reworking this bunker 2 times or 3 times even already. They have made it bigger and bigger and bigger. This is going to be one of the key positions you really want to hold, you really want to take on Berlin. You can see some dead river bays, bridges, tunnels. We seem to have everything over here. Okay, bushes, maybe something for light tanks, wheeled vehicles. I cannot see hiding a heavy tank or a medium tank behind this bush, so definitely something for Manticore. Yes, this map is made for Manticore. Hooray. Ooh, what do we have over here? Entire city block. Seems like the edge of the river is completely open. You can go all the way around. You can go inside the city. We should have some open windows over here. I think arrows are pointing towards it. Okay, so this is another angle. I can see one base flag over there. This is the city block. We were just in, I think so at least, because I can see the river as well. So, city block. Number 4, number 1, this is the bunker, big bunker Wargaming was talking about. So let's try to see what they're saying. So number 1, the bunker size was increased even more for better tactical opportunities. Now it is one of the key areas on the map. So bunker size was made bigger. Number 2, the path next to the bridge was changed to avoid attacks from behind happening too quickly. Number 2, the path next to the bridge was changed to avoid attacks from behind happening too quickly. I guess they simply added this bulldozer over here, some pile of turrets, maybe just to block some vision. I think so. Passages were added to connect areas on the opposite side of each block. Number 3. Okay. So this is that city block. And finally, number 4, additional covers were added, allowing you to move between them along the entire map. So repositioning, they wanted to make repositioning a bit easier using those additional covers. And what is kind of weird about this map, at least in my opinion, are base positions. You can see both bases are across the river on one side of the map, and we have this entire playground without any bases. I have to see how it plays out, how it works out. But this is our upcoming Berlin. Now let me know what you think about it in the comments down below, as always, and reworks, upcoming reworks on Minsk. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed today's dose of entertainment, including some more news. And I thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed, thumbs up button is for that. If you didn't, thumbs down button is for that. I catch you next time with something else. Stay awesome, take care, and bye.